Hey, so where does your income come from? So today I want to talk to you about multiple streams of income or multiple income streams. And before we get into what the different types of income streams that we might be talking about, let's take a little bit of a step back. And for most of you, it's likely that your source of income is a job. So it's what we would call active income. You're actively out there exchanging your time for money. And there's only a limit on how many hours that you can work. And so you can see pretty quickly the limitations of, say, the active income side of things. And one of the things that we encourage at the Investors Way is obviously multiple streams of income, and one of those multiple streams or multiple of those multiple streams of income are passive income streams. And so the difference between an active and a passive is, it's like the Holy Grail. It's income that you can derive without the exchange of your time. So as you could expect, investing is a great way to derive a passive income. You can earn income while you sleep, and there's no limitation on how much you can earn from passive income streams. So the difference between active and passive is pretty stark and pretty evident straight away, that you would prefer to start building some passive income streams to alleviate, I guess, the pressure and stress placed upon having just the one income stream, which may or may not be, but more than likely is coming from a job. And we know how fickle the job market is and can be at times. So it's important that you have these other income streams that can support your lifestyle in the event of something going wrong. So what are some of the benefits of multiple streams of income other than the obvious? And I'd like to go through a few with you just briefly today so that you can get a feel for the benefits of multiple streams of income, and in particular passive income streams. So one of the things that it enables you to do is to pay off your debt faster. So if you're accustomed to making your loan repayments or your credit card repayments, and you're pretty much stuck to minimum payments, or slightly more than minimum maybe, with interest rates being the way they are. But generally it's a small contribution to your debt. But if you've got passive income coming in, you can direct some of that money to eliminating your debt a whole lot quicker. And there's obvious benefits there in that it will reduce the amount of interest you pay and enable you to fast track your way to success, which then leads into the next one I wanted to talk about, which is it allows you to invest more. So if you're generating passive income stream from your investments, you then get to redirect some of that income back into more investments. And if you've ever heard me rabbit on about the eighth wonder of the world, which is compounding, this is an example of it, where you use your passive income to derive more income, which then starts to compound and snowball, and before you know it, your passive income stream will start to outstrip your day-to-day, your 9-to-5 job income, which is the ultimate goal. So investing more by using your passive income stream. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword, because you've got to be investing first to generate that income stream. But as that starts to evolve, you'll start generating lots of passive income, which you can then put back into other investments or the same investment to generate more passive income streams, which you can then use to pay off your debt and obviously continue to accumulate your wealth. And I guess if you take a slight step back from the excitement of lots of passive income streams, one of the other things it can do for you is that it provides you a level of protection, so that if you were to lose your job, you've got some income from these investments and from these passive streams that could assist you to manage the scenario of being out of work for a period of time. So, I talk a lot about building up an emergency buffer of a minimum of 3 months of your living expenses. And this is an example, if you were to lose your job, this is where your passive income can step in and at least keep some income flow coming. You've got your emergency buffer to draw on as well. And the combination of the two will more than likely help you get through that period whilst you look for additional work or a new job or whatever it might be. So it's really helpful in alleviating money stress as well by having some of those passive income streams in place. It's also great for when you reach retirement. And it's this is a two-sided coin in that you can bring your retirement forward if you've generated enough income from your passive income, from your investments, from your multiple streams of income to meet your living expenses. And so if you've paid down your debt and that income from your passive income streams is meeting or exceeding your living expenses, you can choose to retire earlier than what you thought or had intended. It's a choice. You potentially could change careers and go and do something that you love to do rather than have to do. And again, it's all about giving yourself options when you reach retirement age. So having those options is derived by creating these multiple streams of income as you progress through your investing journey. And one of the other real exciting benefits of having multiple streams of income is you can actually build up a little bit of a fun fund or a slush fund, as you might have heard them referred to before. So it may be that you direct a little bit of this money to having fun and creating just a little bit of a fund where you put some money aside and you use that for something like a life experience or something fun, so that you're not always constrained by worrying about retirement and building up investments. It's a good idea to be able to put a little bit away for fun and to have a bit of fun with your money. And when it's money that you've generated from not your personal time, so from these passive income streams, it's even more fun because you didn't have to do a great deal to generate this income. And so that fun activity becomes even more exciting because of the fact that you didn't exchange your time to go and enjoy whatever this fun activity might be, this life experience. So it's important to have some fun and to be on the investing journey for financial freedom for a bit of fun at the same time. So don't ever forget that you can have the fun on the side or along the journey as well. Now, one of the other things to be cautious of with multiple income streams is that I don't want you to rush off and try and create 10 new income streams straight away. The best idea would be to create one at a time, and it may be that you start with investing in stocks. It might be you create a side hustle, you invest in property or cash-based investments. Don't try and do them all at once necessarily, particularly if you're just starting out. Get one established and then move on to the next one so that you don't get yourself overwhelmed or you don't trip yourself up by trying to spread your time and resources too thin. Because obviously you still will be working at this point, and you want to be able to continue to do the work that you're committed to doing and paid for doing, but at the same time you're then creating these passive income streams on the side. So as I said, it could be a side hustle that you do after hours. It could be that you start investing either stocks, property or cash-based investments. But just don't try and do them all at once. Because you can, as I said, it can trip you up, and you don't want to have too much of a bad experience as you're starting out on this journey. So give yourself the option of taking a bit of time to create these income streams that will over time enable you to retire early. And so as I've said, the benefits of multiple income streams, besides the fact that they will enable you to eliminate debt quicker, grow your wealth quicker, is that they're a real money stress reliever, and they enable you to continue to work in a job if you choose, or as time progresses, you might decide to do something different that may not pay as much, or may float your boat a lot more, because you've got these income streams that are generating some cash flow for you. So we talk a lot, or we hear a lot about capital growth with investments, but ultimately you want a bit of both. You want the capital growth and you want the cash flow, because it's the cash flow that will pay for your living expenses, and it's the cash flow that gives you options and choices. The capital growth is fantastic, but generally, because we're long-term investors, we're not selling, so we're not going to be cashing in on that capital growth. We might use it, we might leverage it in some of the more advanced techniques that we use to grow our wealth, but we can't pay our grocery bills with capital growth. So we've got to get that cash flow, that income flow, to meet our living expenses is the ultimate goal, and to enable us, as I said, to choose whether or not we continue in the career that we've been working in, or whether we move into one that we love, rather than one that we're qualified for. And we have that choice, and then you have that then flows on to the choice as to when you retire, when you choose to retire, because you have generated enough from these passive income streams, these multiple income streams, that they're meeting your living expenses, and you can have the choice to retire earlier. And that's the true definition of financial freedom, when those passive income streams, or the multiple income streams, are meeting and exceeding your living expenses. So let us know in the comments. Let us know if you've got multiple income streams, or passive income streams. Let us know how you're deriving them, and let's continue to build our wealth and build our cash flow with multiple streams of income. Hope you're having a great day. This has been Andrew from The Investor's Way for another of your Money Mondays. And I know we're getting close to the festive season, so I hope I'll be back before then to wish everyone a happy festive season. But for now, enjoy the rest of your day. Get yourself prepared for the big day on Wednesday, and we'll be in touch again soon. Have a great day. Cheers.